I analyzed 3,664 Pro Hog 2.6 battles, and there are three main patterns I noticed they do. So they do it, I don't do it. We're gonna try to practice them in some matches today. So I'm gonna list them out and then I'll explain what they are as we go. Okay. That was lucky for me, she didn't lock onto the tower. But number one is cycle, cycle, cycle. Number two is be way more passive than you think. And number three is use all three of your win conditions. So, oh my god, I got it. Okay, so, sorry, I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, so the pros, cycle, 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 win condition, regardless. The pros are cycling their cycle cards very differently from how I normally do it. They're just throwing them away sometimes. And when I tell you they're throwing it away, I actually mean it. Now, if you ask them, they're gonna say oh, I'm playing them, but I'm placing my Ice Spirit and Skeletons and all of that on tiles that are useful. And yes, that's true. But in a lot of matches, if they need to get their hog back to, oh, that's fine, I forgot King is activated. If they need to get their hog to the tower before their opponent's counter comes back in cycle, they'll just throw a log at the tower. They will just throw an Ice Spirit and Skeletons away. They're doing that constantly because at the end of the day, saving your log or saving your specifically Ice Spirit and Skeletons, because obviously if they have Goblin Barrel, it is usually better to save your log for that. Regardless, saving those is usually less important than getting your hog to the tower in terms of finally winning the game. Number two is they're way more passive than I thought they were, okay? Especially, I watched so much of Yersin and Oyasu, and then I also analyzed the data in a different way using SQLite. I don't know if you guys have heard of it, but they are so passive. They will get damage early on in single elixir or double, and then they just kind of defend, which I think is so interesting. I kind of thought, if your defense is locked down, you can kind of afford to just, okay, I'm just gonna have to take that Goblin Barrel damage, I think. You can afford to be aggressive because you know that what they send your way, you'll be able to defend, but that's not what they're doing. They are only sending hog when they know they have an actual opportunity to, or when they're about to leak elixir. I don't know if they do that. So that's another one. And then number three is obviously they're placing their, I'm sorry I don't usually leak this much. I haven't filmed a video in a very long time. If the opponent doesn't have a big spell, they actually do stack their Musketeers a lot. So that's another one. Sorry, this has been sloppy gameplay, I will say. Not that I usually play much better, but... Okay, I am gonna fireball that princess. Hopefully she walks into range. Let's go. Okay, so how have I done this so far this game, you guys? Bruh, he got me. He got me good with that one. Okay, I'm actually up in damage despite a lot of mistakes I feel like I've been making. Okay, cycle, cycle, cycle. Okay guys, I can't afford that damage right now. Cycle, 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 be more passive. Mega Knight's coming, maybe? Yeah. Shouldn't have gone hog. And use all your win conditions. Again, wait, does he have a spell for my Musketeers, actually? Why did I just assume that? I don't think he does. I think that's why he's using his minor. Yeah, he does not. Okay, I like the sound of that. I'm stacking my oh shoot. I'm stacking my Musketeers and fireballing. I am gonna go turret just because I want to take out whatever troop or not. Okay. Okay. I think I've been doing a good job with my rules. Doesn't necessarily mean I've been doing a good job with my gameplay. But I've been following all of the important, okay, stuff. Okay, he shouldn't have done a tricky God Barrel, I want to say, because I was able to defend that. I'm just going to send a fireball. I'm telling you that's what they do. They do this. Okay, I'm going to go cannon. Ooh, Ice Golem, Musketeer. Ice Spirit! Fireball, I guess. I didn't notice we were so close to tiebreaker. But again, that's another thing. Like, these guys go into tiebreaker so much. Okay. How did we do, guys? Hopefully, I think that was good. I won, but I don't. I do think I think I did a fairly good job of like improving those things. So, on to match 2. Cycle, cycle, cycle. Be more passive and use your 3 win conditions. So in that one, I was stacking musketeers. Did you see that? I didn't notice. I was a bit like, I thought he had a big spell and I had no reason to think that. But hey, I won. That's the other thing is like these like homemade decks like God Barrel Mega Knight just like don't really exist in top 500, which is what I studied. I mean, I suppose probably sometimes, but it's a bit more rare, so I couldn't really study this matchup, but that's okay. Hopefully I can keep her alive. So I did not. I could have used her turret. I do not use my hero abilities enough, I think. That's one thing I've noticed is, like, I just forget about them. Or, like, I guess I'm more, like, cautious with them. I don't want to waste my elixir. Anyways, we've got Giant Wizard. Bad timing, that sucks. Giant Wizard, Minion Horde, Goblins. I haven't seen a spell yet, I don't think, unless you guys are watching and you're like, oh, yeah, there was a spell. But I don't think so. So, oh, okay, I'm gonna fireball that. That's the other thing, they do fireball elixir pump. I thought you weren't supposed to until double elixir for some reason, but no, they do, so. Unless they're up in elixir, I think sometimes they'll go hog, but I don't really know how to figure that out yet. Okay, Sparky and Giant are coming. So this is Sparky Giant deck. What do I know about this deck? I'm trying to remember. Okay, so it's either I successfully do this and I take no damage, or I really mess it up and I take an incredible amount of damage. So we will see what kind of luck we're in for today. Did I just miss my fireball? Okay, so we took so much damage. It turned out this game was the ladder that I mentioned, so that kind of sucks. I'm gonna go hog other side just so he doesn't, he has to split up his push. Okay, he chose to under defend it. That's fine. That's cool. I actually don't care. The Evo Minion Horde has not been nerfed yet, right? I don't think it has been because we're still in the season it came out. Unless I'm wrong about that. Okay. This is fine. This is really embarrassing because this actually is a matchup that I have data for. So did she just evaporate? Okay. I didn't even get a chance to practice anything. We gotta do one more. We gotta run it back. That was an embarrassing showing. I don't even know if I want that on the internet. I guess I've had worse up there, so anyways. So, cycle, cycle, cycle. Be more passive. That is one thing I want to say. With Sparky Tank, Sparky Giant, if you mess up once, your tower is mostly gone. Because that is the nature of Sparky. It's so frustrating because I always feel like it's a skill issue if you can't defend Sparky, and yet I do have a skill issue, so. Okay, I just wanted to snipe that, I guess. Hopefully I can get some good damage. So in this matchup, the pros actually do fireball the zappies a lot, which I wouldn't have expected. Just because I don't know if that's I don't know how much they cost, but I don't know, I thought it wasn't for just pulling that out of my ass, really. Okay, I can afford a zappy getting a little bit of damage. So, oh, I didn't see that. I was actually looking at the camera. I think I am going to go hog Ice Golem just because his main counter is out of cycle. He actually used both of his counters. Yeah, he used his zappies and his goblin cage earlier. Okay, so we've got a fireball and arrows, so that means I cannot stack musketeers. But we are up. So, this is when I switched to being passive, I think. This is like a good time. I'm one Ice Spirit plus a Fireball hopefully away. Let's see how much damage that does. Ah, okay. Fireball log away from winning this game. I actually hate Flying Machine. I can never get the timing right, so I'm just gonna get rid of it. Hopefully that wasn't a horrible decision. I know you're not supposed to really like do that unless you have to, but I just can't for the life of me defend that card. Okay. So I actually am just gonna do another can. The log was probably unnecessary, but like I'm over defending at this point. I have nothing to lose. I don't need to save up for a hog anymore, so I don't think it really matters too much. So I guess we just go through the motions of defending this deck. Okay. It's so funny. This is the deck I played Ian 77 with, which at the time I thought was just a broken deck. Maybe they nerfed it or something because it's not as hard anymore. But for Hog 2.6, I thought this was impossible. But we are good. We're good. Looks like W. Gonna get a cannon down for those guys. Okay, so that was a very hit or miss video, but hopefully I was able to practice those things. I will be practicing a lot in the next few days. So anyways, talk to you later.